Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thank you for the group for being here tonight. We were hard at work all through last night on the Rules Committee, protecting some of the things that are very important to communities like ours. Here in my home state of Iowa, biofuels being a huge part of it, making sure that we have success going forward, really a team effort. So I'm happy that we are leading that here in the majority. But speaking across the aisle here, Representative Nikki Baczynski from Springfield, I'm from Des Moines, so two Midwestern communities, but both have a great opportunity for a homegrown energy source, and she highlighted the sale of year-round E15. Now, sitting in your seat just a week ago was the administrator from the EPA, who still can't give us an answer after months of asking about what the requirements are to change 2023 use of year-round E15. So, Mr. Hagg, I think you recognize as the National Corn Grower Association here that E15 year-round fuel sales is only 5 days away from being taken away from consumers at the pump. Look, I got a little family. That's going to be 17 cents per gallon on our family minivan, probably even more in the truck. Could you talk to us a little bit about what the impact is going to be on corn growers, specifically if we don't have year-round E15, which is clearly a bipartisan priority, but we're hearing nothing back from the EPA on a solution to fix it?
Well, one of the things that would affect us as corn growers is that it'd be less grind for the corn. That's, we're producing 5% right now, or 50% more with E15. And, in my state of Minnesota, we've had the infrastructure there for E15, and we are the largest user of E15, my state is. So, I mean, that would be a huge thing. The consumer is used to using it. It's a better quality gasoline for the engines. It's cleaner air for us to breathe. So it would be a huge, in my opinion, a huge mistake if we take this petroleum E15 away from the consumer right now, just because even what you mentioned, we saved money last year. It was a perfect example to have it last year. Gas prices have come down, but not a lot, so it would still be a savings to the consumer.
Yes, I could not agree with you more, and we in Iowa look forward to selling you as much corn as possible up there in Minnesota, getting in the tank. It's a team effort on this, and I think this is something collectively we need to continue to pressure the administration on. I would invite the administrator to come out, and he can drive his EV. I'll drive my truck. I'll invite him out in February, and we'll see who goes further, but we'll be there to pick him up when it runs out.
Great.
Look, I want to move next to Agricultural Risk Coverage Program, the ARC for county. In your testimony, you touched on the devastation farmers and rural communities suffered in the 2020 derecho that hit the Midwest. Again, both our states experience and all of our communities experience the damage this can be done. In my community, the ultimate cost was $1.5 billion in the middle of a growing season. As a result, the Agricultural Risk Coverage Program across our state, however, there's several farmers in our district that don't feel like ARC goes quite far enough. So my question to you is, can you describe the current maximum payment rate for ARC limits assistance and what we could do to help address or fix these?
Well, I think a lot of that had to do with, we mentioned that benchmark. If we could increase that, just that 10% would help a lot, because if we would increase it more, it's going to cost more money in our farm bill, which we don't know if we have that or not. But I think if we could just get that 10% up there, and then you also take, 86% of the benchmark there is that you don't get the full 100% there. So if we could get the 10% plus that other increase of up to 100%, it's maybe wouldn't what was I going to say here? It wouldn't make you probably heal, but it'll still make you a lot better off if we can increase that than where we are right now.
Than you would have been before. I think you're absolutely right on that. Is there anything we can do to help the producers navigate, or at USDA put some safeguards on there? Because I think the chairman has highlighted correctly, we don't want to be writing a blank check to USDA that they could use on potentially anything else. We would take advice on any safeguards you'd have either for the farmer or that we can do with USDA.
That's a good question there, because I think that the more conversations that the farmers get to our organization to what we can do to improve is a big thing, because that's where we always stress with corn growers, we're grassroots, we start from the bottom up, and the more information we can get from the local farmer, the better off our organization can be.
Very much agree. Good luck in your planting season. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yield back.